on March 3rd, 2025. The time is 7 p.m. Liam, would you please call the roll?
Member Wyrick?
Here.
Member Owens?
Here.
Member McLeister?
Here.
Member Stroya?
Here.
Member Warren? Member Matheny?
Here.
Member Orr?
Here.
6 present.
All right, motion to excuse Member Warren, although she will be here shortly.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. At this time, City Council invites Chief of Police Frank Kemp to present a commendation for Officer Patrick Lewis for his service to the North Canton community.
Thank you, President Story, members of council, mayor, administration. Appreciate you allowing us to have this time tonight. Happy to have here with us tonight Officer Lewis, who today just came back to us light duty. If you bear with me, public speaking is a wonderful thing. I have a letter to read that I wrote for Officer Lewis, dated today, March 3rd, 2025, to Officer Patrick Lewis regarding sustained injury during performance of duty. It is with great honor that we formally recognize your exceptional bravery and selfless sacrifice in the face of adversity. On Monday, November 18th, 2024, we responded as a member of the Canton Regional SWAT team to an assistance call from the U.S. Marshals Task Force. They had been fired upon by a wanted fugitive. During the support operation, you sustained a bullet wound to your right arm requiring immediate medical intervention. Your courage under fire and unwavering commitment to your teammates and to the mission are a testament to the highest standard of heroism. Your actions reflect not only your immense bravery, but also the spirit of teamwork, dedication, and selflessness. The Purple Heart is a symbol of valor and sacrifice, and it is awarded to those like you who embody these qualities in service to others. Please accept this commendation as a token of our deep appreciation for your exemplary service. We are grateful for your sacrifice, and we look forward to your swift recovery and eventual return to full duty. Thank you once again for your unwavering dedication to protection and safety of others.
Maybe for all support from the community and my full support. Thank you.
The mayor also has something to.
You may be seated. Folks, thanks for joining us tonight for our special recognition tonight of Officer Lewis. Thank you for our safety forces for your support. So Patrick, letter from the mayor's office. Dear Officer Lewis, a law enforcement Purple Heart, or police Purple Heart, is a term to describe an American law enforcement medal or ribbon which may be issued to any law enforcement officer by its law enforcement agency who is injured, wounded, or killed in the line of duty. Though few officers will directly involved in a hostile situation during their career, many more may experience the impact of one. The effects of such events touch not only the officer involved, but the department and the community as well. The award is given for series of acts committed with outstanding courage in a situation that, because of its extraordinary circumstances, placed you and or others in actual physical jeopardy. The extraordinary circumstance, you and your team of the Canton Regional SWAT Unit, aiding the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force, encountered on Monday, November the 18th, 2024, demanded courage to be under fire, which resulted in your bravery while being shot, injured, and for those team members who rendered first aid and safely evacuated you from the area. Understandably, facing these challenges of your injuries has not been easy, but you are managing it with incredible resilience and professionalism. Your strength is truly inspiring, and you're welcome to return to duty soon. On behalf of the city administration, we commend you for your outstanding performance, dedication, and strength in service of protecting and serving our community and for the greater good of Stark County. Signed, Stephen B. Wilder, Mayor, City of North Canton. Patrick, thank you, and welcome back.
Thank you very much for allowing us to take this time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take a short break for everybody to talk. You guys don't have to stay for this. You're welcome to. All right, moving on. Liam, if you want to read the intro for the first part of the community and economic development.
An ordinance amending the zoning map of the city of North Canton to reclassify one parcel in the city of North Canton in accordance with the amendment procedure set forth in chapter 1182 of the Planning and Zoning Code from its existing classification to parks and institutional.
Okay, so on the screen here, you'll see the property that we're going to talk about, that we're going to refer to the Planning Commission. It is kind of a very odd-shaped property that abuts the school of the same zoning that it's going to be proposed to. So, pretty simple. What we're looking to do here is just to move it forward to the Planning Commission. If you guys want to add anything else, administration, to that?
No, that just makes sense.
But, any comments, questions? I'm going to make a motion to recommend that we move item 4A to the Planning Commission.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And motion carries. And I'm going to make a motion to postpone further consideration of item 4A until after the Planning Commission recommendation is received.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, and then Liam, if you could read 4B.
An ordinance continuing the community reinvestment area tax incentive agreement between the city of North Canton and 1303 to 1305 North Main Street and declaring the same to be an emergency.
Okay, this is the annual Northridge CRA, and they've met all the requirements, at least that I'm aware of. So any comments, questions on that? Comments from administration or anyone? I'm gonna make a motion that we move item 4B to the council agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And Liam, if you read 4C.
An ordinance accepting the annexation of 6 parcels totaling 2.79 acres owned by the city of North Canton, located in Jackson Township, Stark County, on Whipple Avenue Northwest and Wise Avenue Northwest, and declaring the same to be an emergency.
Okay, on the map here, you'll see the parcels that we're talking about, and I think this is what we refer as the Dover Capital properties. And we're gonna annex this. This is the Jackson shared development properties. Any comments, questions, administration?
So we have filed this with the county, it went through the Board of Commissioners, and has been approved. The map is now with the county auditor's office as of today, so we're moving along with the process.
Sounds good, let's do it. I'll make a motion to move item 4C to the council agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so finance, Stephanie's not here yet, so if you'll read item 5A, Liam.
An ordinance authorizing appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures for the period beginning January 1st, 2025, and ending December 31st, 2025.
All right, Gina or Jim?
I'll take it. The two major items in the appropriations, supplemental appropriations, are for 2 dump trucks, for dump plow trucks. The original budget had half of what we thought the cost was gonna be for both of those trucks. You'll see the same thing for the sewer back truck, but we were not ready for that one yet, so that'll come to you later. The trucks were supposed to have an 18-month chassis build, so we were going to save half the money this year, pay the rest with next year's budget. However, they're already available. So instead of incurring finance cost at 4.86%, and there is fund balance in both of the water fund and the capital improvement fund, I'm recommending we just pay 100% of both of these trucks this year. So those are the two major items. There's a couple other smaller things in here. We had a wrecked police vehicle, and so we're going to use that money. We're asking to use the insurance reimburse money to buy 3 cars out of our 2-car budget this year with the additional $10,000. So that's another piece in there. And then we did have additional revenues also. We had a little bit left over from the Arrowhead 2024 net profit. They still owed us about $3,400. The total last year for the city share, which is 50% of net profit for Arrowhead, was $27,855. We received $2,000 for a park bench donation. We expect to receive about $2,000 in police forfeitures this year. The insurance proceeds I already mentioned. And then we had auction proceeds at the end of last year that we received the actual proceeds in January of this year. So we're asking to amend the revenues to reflect that as well.
Okay. Any comments, questions? I'll make a motion to move item 5A to the council agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And Liam, if you would read for 5B, sorry.
A resolution authorizing the North Canton Community Improvement Corporation as the agency of the city of North Canton for industrial, commercial distribution, and research development to post a request for proposals for the purchase and or redevelopment of property owned by the city of North Canton and declaring the same to be an emergency.
All right, Stephanie.
All right, can you let the record show I was here at 7:11? Okay, so this, as you know, we've had some properties that we've been selling and doing some things with, and this is just to take one of those properties and see if there's anybody who's interested in doing something with it, leaving a little creativity in the mix there, and then seeing what comes back.
Was that the middle property behind Myers?
Yep.
The smaller one?
You happen to have that on the map for everybody to see? If not, no big deal. I know.
don't
It's the one that was gonna be
It's to the north.
the dog park, and then it was gonna be the playground, and then it was gonna be,
Well, yeah.
so we'll see if anybody has any other creative ideas for it right now.
Good.
All right, any other thoughts or concerns? Kind of a first step before we decide what to maybe do with it next, or see what the market bears.
Yep.
Okay, I move to, move item 5B to the council agenda.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Liam, if you would read 6A.
A resolution declaring city council support of state issue 2 concerning the renewal of the state capital improvement program on the May 6, 2025 statewide ballot.
All right, Melissa.
Yeah, Ben or Catherine, did you guys want to touch on this?
Sure. So, on everybody's ballot will be state issue 2. Some of us might recall that this specific issue of the state's capital fund actually used to be called issue 2 funding. It's just a coincidence that it's issue 2 again this year. So this is, basically it allows the state of Ohio to borrow money to then redistribute to localities for infrastructure projects. And for the city of North Canton, over the next decade, we're hoping to receive more than $6 million through state programs supported by the state's capital budget. So this is a very important program for us and many other municipalities around the state, and this resolution is really just in support of hopeful passage of that issue.
We joined many other municipalities. We were notified by Ohio Municipal League about it to join. It's come up before the pass. It usually resoundingly passes. It's like 70-30. It's where Rob gets all his money. We need it.
And it is included in the text of the resolution, but Rob gave it to me. Since 2022, we have had 4 projects totaling $2.6 million that we've received through this, so having that on hand is pretty useful for our capital improvements.
Any other questions? I'll make a motion to move item 6A to the council agenda.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And Liam, if you would read 7A.
A resolution in support of city administration's decision to prohibit parking on Orchard Avenue Northeast in front of the Diebold next door facility.
There you go. You guys are on that.
Gina Noble from Diebold is here, and would you like to kick us off on that?
Thank you. So as you can well imagine, Orchard Avenue is quite a busy street, and with Diebold growing and expanding, we would like to limit the parking in front of that, in front of our building along Orchard Avenue. It's become a bit of a health and safety issue for us, especially coming beyond a vehicle and trying to step out into the road where other cars don't see you coming. And having some type of non-parking there would be beneficial, I think, for us.
I have your name, please.
Gina Noble.
Gina, who do you feel is parking there right now? Or are they just stopping, letting people off? Is that?
We've noticed that there's some vehicles parking there. We do understand as well that some of it may be employee parking, but some contractor parking. I don't know who else is down the street, but there are days when you can drive down Orchard Avenue and the entire street is full.
Really?
I've seen it,
Wow.
yep.
Is there parking on both sides of the street currently, or just?
Just one. On the other side of the street, closest to the building, we have our truck bays.
Yeah.
Okay. And real quick, would this be in front of, actually, I'm looking at this graphic now. Looks like it would not impact in front of the people, the last 2 houses there on, would that be the west side? So they would still be able to park in front of their house, but we're talking just literally in front of the building with the exception of those 2 folks, correct? Or
Correct, right from the fire lane, straight down Orchard Avenue to Charlotte. Actually, all the way down.
past
We're
Yeah.
planning to go all the way to Howard. Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially the frontage of the Diebold.
Okay, yeah, just as long as it's not impacting those folks, but I think everything else makes sense, so.
Makes sense to me. I mean, I've driven down that during the day, and it's pretty bad. I'm surprised that hasn't been hasn't been limited there.
When, like you said,
as before.
if it's the contractors, it gives you some teeth to be like,
Right,
you saw
yeah.
the sign.
Yeah.
So,
While we're talking about this, have we seen people parking on Charlotte? Do we anticipate that people will say, oh, I can't park on Orchard, now they'll go over to Charlotte? Should we just do that one now too? Would that pose?
I believe you're already not allowed.
Okay, yeah, I'm not
Park
sure.
on
I
Charlotte.
Do you
just
see
thought
anyone now parking on Charlotte? No.
I have.
Okay,
Wait,
okay.
do you think that would just nip it in the bud, as they say, if we did have signs, no parking on Charlotte? Do we already have some there? I don't
That's
think
what
we
they
do,
think.
chief.
I'm not sure if we have signs there, but I have not seen people try to park on Charlotte.
Right, neither have I really.
Yeah, Charlotte and Howard both are throughways that people don't park.
Okay.
I mean, if you would,
It's a good question, JB.
if you give your blessing that we can also include that if there aren't signs and we need to put signs, then that would be appreciated.
Okay, because if you're saying that it'd be appreciated, then I would like to include that, because I could just see that, maybe they're not doing it now, but did they migrate over there, and then I could see that becoming a, not so much the health and safety problem, but that could be a real congestion problem, so. Yeah, if you're thinking it's appropriate, I'd like, and if the administration doesn't have an objection, I think we should add that, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with that, if that is gonna be a problem, absolutely, yeah. Okay. Do we want to amend it now, or do we want to, well, let's just amend it now,
Yeah.
so.
So just a motion to amend to
Yeah.
add Charlotte.
Yep, I'll make the motion to amend to add Charlotte to this.
Charlotte Street Northeast,
Yes.
so between Main and Orchard.
Yes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, and then I'll make a motion to move item 7A as amended to the council agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thanks for coming.
Anything else? I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.